The Amazing Spider-Man for the PlayStation 3. This game is, no pun intended, like 100% serious. This game is simply amazing. Um, I remember when I was a kid, and no, I'm not gonna say I remember when I was a kid. There's so much nostalgia. No, when I was a kid, I've always been a huge fan of Spider-Man. What kid hasn't? But I had the game on the N64, and I had Spider-Man 2 on the GameCube. And I mean, Spider-Man 2 was a very important game for Spider-Man. That was like the first free roam, web slinging game, first Spider-Man game you ever got to play. And the one on the N64, which was the same one that was on PC and PS1, just titled Spider-Man. Great fun. Great fun. But there was a couple of like side games that came out after those, and then this came out. And I remember being a kid and just not that my mom wouldn't buy it for me. I just, for some reason, I knew even when I was a kid, some Spider-Man games were good, some were bad, and I never ever played this until a few months ago when I bought it off eBay for a really good price. But when I was a kid, I just, for some reason, I loved the movies, but for some reason, I thought the game wasn't going to be that good, and I just never got it. And then I was going down the Spider-Man rabbit hole after, Miles Morales and all that came out, and I was just looking at all the different types of games there were, and I found this, and I came across it for like $10-15. The case is in great condition, the disc is in great condition, it came with the manual and everything. So I was like, screw it, I'll buy it, play it. I was looking for a new PS3 game to play. Yes, I have a PS4. Yes, I have a PS5. I have every system that I want. But for some reason, I play the PS3 a lot, especially nowadays. I absolutely love it. So I bought it, and what do I think of the game? Well, like I said, it is simply amazing. What I really appreciate is what movie tie-in games usually do. They'll take place, like during the movie, and you'll get to do all the exact same things they did in the movie, or like before everything happens. Another great one is Batman Begins. That's another great movie tie-in game that doesn't completely rip off the movie. Fantastic Four, sorry I'm getting sidetracked. That one is also good as well. Like the original Fantastic Four, based off the first movie. That game has some moments of the movie in it, like certain areas, but overall it's kind of its own thing. So here, this actually takes place after the events of the movie. And it might sound like a small thing, but when it comes to the story, it's literally it's like the Amazing Spider-Man 1.5 right before 2 came out. And I haven't beaten the Amazing Spider-Man 2, but I will have a review for that soon. I'm playing Star Wars right now. So many games to play. But this, like I said, did something really unique. It took place after, and everything's already happened. So, like, the lizard kills Gwen's dad. And then in this game, the lizard is trying to help people. And she's like, I don't think you'd help people. Like, you're evil, kind of. Like, you killed my dad. Maybe not kind of. But, just things like that. And that continues from the movie. And it does so in a very natural way. Nothing feels forced. The story is really good. They're trying to test this thing. I don't even know what you would call it. It's some sort of antidote, whatever. And the lizard comes in, and after all in Manhattan or wherever Spider-Man's from is ransacked with mutants, they try to come up with a cure. Dr. Connors thinks he has the cure. Even Peter takes it. He gets all fucked up. I'm not going to go into depth, but that's like the basics of the story. And then Dr. Connors turns into the lizard because him turning into the lizard, he feels like he will be able to help some people. And he'll have a couple of minutes to do that as he transforms. And as he explains, there's like a 2-minute time period. And then after that, he'll turn bad. So him and Peter are a really cool dynamic here. Like they're friends like they were in the movie, but it's kind of weird seeing Peter befriend him after this, after he killed Gwen's dad and all of that. And then obviously he turns into the lizard, and then you fight him, and then that's kind of the end of the game. But throughout the game, there's numerous boss fights. For a lot of the game, Connors is in your apartment, and you're helping him get what he needs for the research. And the open world is great. The NPCs, obviously, it's PS3, so it doesn't look the best, but for the time and playing it in 2023, the web sling is awesome. The camera, at first, I didn't like, but I got used to it. It's really nice. And you really feel like you're flying with Spider-Man. It's so cool how they did it. This game just has so many unique features that the other games, even the newer ones, don't have. My only complaint about this fucking game was the amount of collectibles, because I platinum Miles Morales, I platinum the original, or like the Spider-Man on PS4, and I'm getting into trophies a lot, and I really wanted to platinum this. I had to beat the game on hard, which I did not do. I only got halfway through, and I got stuck, and I was like, fuck this, and I went to medium. But besides that, I mean, I could have done a second playthrough easily, just toughed through it. But the amount of collectibles that are in this game, there's 2 trophies that turned me off. One of them was find 150 comic book pages. And then once you find 150 of them, there's another trophy where you have to find, I think it's 400 more, I believe. And after you pass the 150 mark, it'll show you on the map where the comic books are to help you out a bit. But I'm like, man, I love trophies, but I mean, I love video games, but I got a life outside of that, so that was just too much time and dedication. Maybe if I played it like a little bit, like maybe catch 10 comic pages a day or something, I could do it. But that was way too tedious of a task for me, so I kind of steered away from the Platinum Trophy. But other than that, the voice acting is great, especially from Peter. Gwen is actually really good here. She's not a damsel in distress like Mary Jane. And the environments and like the weapons different weapons you can pick up to throw at your enemies. There's so many cool ones. And there's another trophy that you have to pick up all the upgrades, and there's probably like 10 upgrades in one mission, and if you don't get it, you gotta backtrack and go through the whole mission again. I did it up until mission 5, and then I realized there's like 15 more missions to go, so I was like, yeah, no thank you, I'm not wasting all my time with that. I just want to enjoy the game, which I did. Definitely, I'd give us a 10 out of 10, especially because I had no expectations. I just said fuck it, kind of bought it and didn't know what to expect, and I was blown away from the first boss fight of just how good the camera work was, how good the dialogue is, how good the villains are. There's a really funny secret ending I'm not going to ruin. Say after the credits, just like typical Marvel. But yeah, that is basically the review of The Amazing Spider-Man. My review of Jedi Fallen Order will be coming out probably on Wednesday. I just want to play the game a bit more before I do my review, and then after I beat the game, I'll probably do like a full-out review about everything, breaking everything down. But yeah, if you guys haven't played this and you're a Spider-Man fan, or if you don't have a PS3 or a 360 or whatever, I mean, bro, go buy a PS3. Like, you still have free online. They're pretty cheap nowadays, and the fucking game catalog is amazing. I love my PS4. Don't get me wrong, there is some masterpieces on the PS4, but the PS3, 360 era, the developers were just experimenting so much more, and we got so many different kind of games. Not even, I wouldn't even say nowadays everything is the same. The PS4, ever since the PS4, I would say like 2016, 2017, developers don't really take any risks anymore, and kind of unfortunate because, I mean, like I said, you go back to the PS3 360 era, I'm still fucking buying games I've never even heard of. It's crazy how much there is. So let me know in the comments below if you guys have played this, if you want to, if you don't want to. I don't care if you don't want to. Don't be a dick. Thank you guys for watching.